What would you
Mm.
tell our audience, our restaurateurs that are listening? What should they do? Should they follow? What is it that Wendy's and McDonald's is doing? Who do we follow? Who do we see
What do you
be?
say?
Like,
What do
where
you
do I
say to
start?
the data? What do you say to the data deniers out there who refuse to implement data into their operations?
I mean, I think without being too mean, I'll just say that like unless you have some other special thing, you're going to get left in the dust. Unless you have like some really compelling, I don't know, brand story or something. But if you think about the brands that are succeeding and out competing some of the old farts too, they're ones that have really looked at improving something like their customer experience. So, I think about like Chick-fil-A. They really have nailed customer experience. And I almost guarantee you they did that with a lot of data, whether it was probably a big combination of things they did to go undertake that. So I think also any data deniers, I would encourage you to expand your definition of what data is, because every single point that you create, whether it's customer feedback or your P&L, like all of those things are data in my mind. And I think sometimes instead they stay really specific and like, ooh, I don't want to like, I don't know, implement Google Analytics on my app or something like that. But data points are all of the information you have about your business. And since the dawn of businesses and time, business owners have been using data points to make decisions. And the ones that have been using the data points to consider their strategies a little bit better, I guarantee you are the ones that are performing better. So that's what I would say to the data naysayers. And then overall, I tend to take a pretty pragmatic approach and say, focus on whatever will give you the biggest win for the smallest investment. There's some sexy stuff out there, and it can be really tempting to chase after it. But if you're not McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, et cetera, who have these crazy big budgets and have their own innovation teams that just get to go run around and like spend money on this stuff to play around with it, focus on the parts that will get you the most improvement, which sometimes isn't in marketing. Actually, I would say a lot of the times it's not going to be in marketing. Improving marketing spend as far as like reducing costs where you are potentially wasting is one, but like overall, generally looking at supply chain operations, et cetera, is the place where you're going to see major improvements based on the investment that you're making. So
I don't know if you guys heard that just over the last minute or so, but that was the sound of multiple mics being dropped